Has a story ever seemed so amazing that it almost appears too good to be true? This story about Donald Trump, his office desk, and none other than Elon Musk's 4-year-old child weaves together politics, celebrities, and a shocking turn of events. Every detail we reveal will make you chuckle and demonstrate how one unforeseen event could have a significant impact on the White House, so make sure to watch this movie through to the very end. We'll examine the unexpected series of events that resulted in President Trump replacing his well-known Resolute desk following a startling booger incident in today's video. You read correctly. A minor mistake involving a young child became a news story concerning office furniture, germs, and the peculiarities of being president. A week ago, Elon Musk's son went viral for a somewhat surprising reason. The 4-year-old picked his nose during a news conference advertising the administration's new Department of Government Efficiency and, in an impressive gesture, wiped the snot off President Trump's desk. As odd as that seems, the episode became the buzz of town and swiftly went viral on social media. Many found it difficult to comprehend how such a minor, moderately humorous deed could have such a significant effect. However, as it turns out, it did, and that decision is the topic of conversation. President Trump, who is renowned for his intense beliefs and meticulous attention to detail, determined that enough was enough after that occurrence. He posted a photo of his new desk in the Oval Office on Truth Social, his social media account, on February 19th. In his post after the incident, he made it plain that the famous desk, which has a lengthy history, was no longer appropriate. The CNO desk, which was utilized by President George H.W. Bush and others, has historical significance as well. He replaced it with it instead. While the Resolute desk is being renovated, this replacement desk will be temporarily placed in the Oval Office. It is an unmistakable indication that something needed to change. You can only imagine the shock and laughter that must have filled the corridors of power when you watch this film. The Resolute desk has long represented continuity and history, so its sudden replacement is both symbolic and, to be honest, a little comical. President Trump has long been known to be concerned about germs. In fact, he was dubbed the Pural Presidency during his first term because he often used hand sanitizer with an alcohol component after shaking hands. Given this, it is understandable that the thought of a child getting hurt on his desk would be the last straw for him. This tale serves as a potent reminder of how even seemingly insignificant deeds can have far-reaching effects in the corridors of power, producing both unexpected and spectacular results. Let's now examine the real effects of this desk shift in more detail. The CNO desk has a long history and a hint of vintage appeal, having been built in 1920 for the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway. Its significance is increased by the fact that former President George H.W. Bush used it after it was transported to the White House. Some onlookers are questioning whether this switch is more than a temporary solution while the Resolute desk is being repaired. Is this a practical move made after a bad occurrence? Or is President Trump using this desk modification as a symbolic gesture to highlight his concerns about germs and hygiene? Images of the new CNO desk in the Oval Office will be shown to us throughout the film. In contrast to the White House's conventional decor, it stands out as a contemporary piece with a long history that today garners attention. Since everything in the Oval Office now appears to be a part of a greater narrative about transformation and reinvention, we will also examine how this shift might impact the public's perspective of the presidency. The idea of taking down a historic desk due to a widely shared video of a child's accident is both surprising and intriguing. It illustrates how even a small incident may have a significant impact on politics in the modern world. A lot of you might be curious about how the public has responded to this abrupt change. Surprise, laughter, and, for some, relief that the renowned Resolute desk was finally receiving some downtime were all over social media. The internet has been awash with memes, jokes, and insightful conversations, all of which present a different perspective on how this shift will affect President Trump's legacy and the office as a whole. Some see it as a hilarious reminder that even the most powerful people are susceptible to life's unforeseen happenings in an era when sanitation and cleanliness are more vital than ever. We'll discuss some of the more intriguing social media comments and responses in our video, along with professional viewpoints on the importance of this workplace engagement. We'll look at how one of the most highly watched organizations in the world might undergo transformation as a result of an apparently little act. Boogers on a desk. This story is about how famous people handle unforeseen obstacles and use even the tiniest setbacks to achieve their objectives, and it involves more than just a piece of furniture. It demonstrates how, in today's stressed-out society, even a child's careless error may lead to important conversations about customs, hygiene, and our expectations of our leaders. You'll learn more about the background of the CNO desk and the Resolute desk as you watch, as well as why each has a unique role in White House history. We'll look at how previous presidents have used these desks and how their history and design provide context for this most recent modification. We can fully understand why this exchange is more than just an aesthetic decision. It's a reflection of the political connections between the past and present, by looking at the history of these well-known pieces of furniture. This film explores how even the simplest things can have the greatest effects, going beyond a simple retelling of a famous incident. The story of how Elon Musk's son's tragedy led to a major change at the White House serves as a reminder that life is full of surprises and that sometimes the most unexpected events compel us to reevaluate our routines and priorities. It makes us consider how we respond to public scrutiny, how we manage humiliation, and how even strong people might encounter life's unexpected turns. I appreciate you following along as I tell you the tale of the unexpected desk replacement in the Malfour Oval Office, which started with a widely shared incident and concluded with a daring, symbolic choice. Please like the movie, leave a comment below with your ideas, and forward it to your friends who enjoy a good story about unexpected political developments if you found it as fascinating and exciting as I did. To ensure you never miss an update, please subscribe and click the notification bell if you would want to read more content that examines the most fascinating and unpredictable topics from the political and non-political domains. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope to tell you more incredible tales in the upcoming video.